day to all of you. Welcome back to another session of Science at Your Tips. Today we are going to discuss some of the rules to write the nomenclature for organic compounds. So let us start. The first rule we have here, longest chain rule. According to this rule, the longest continuous carbon chain should be selected as main chain or parent chain. That means here we have an example. In this compound, if you see, actually you can see here total number of carbons 7 in the horizontal carbon chain. If you observe, total number of carbons are 7, but we are not taking this one as the main chain. Instead of that, we are going to check more number of carbons should be present in the main chain. So if you start counting from this carbon, first carbon this one, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, like this if you take, total number of carbons here will be 8, that is in the main chain there will be 8. So 8 carbons are present in the main chain, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8th. I am taking this one as the first carbon and I am taking this one as 8th one. Now if you see, on third carbon we have one methyl group. I am not writing hydrogens here. Then fourth we don't have any branches. Again on fifth we have, means first, second, this is third and this is fourth. I will write all the numbers to avoid confusion. 6, 7, 8. So again on fifth carbon what we have? On fifth carbon we have one ethyl group. Sixth, seventh, eighth we don't have any branches. So according to this one, if you check how to write the name of this compound, first instead of writing directly the name, better to identify the main chain. Slowly we'll go to the names. So third carbon we have methyl, fifth carbon we have ethyl. Like this we have changed that compound. Actually we did not change anything, but we are counting the number of carbons such that it should have longest chain. More number of carbons should be present in the main chain. Okay. So this is the first rule we have. Then going to the next one, if you are having equal number of carbons. There in the before example we were having 5 carbons in the horizontal chain, 8 carbons again if you count in the, if you are taking the 8 carbons to make it long chain, we got a difference, so that's why we have gone for 8 carbons. But if you are having same number of carbons, horizontal chain, and also if you count in another manner also 6 carbons or same number of carbons you are getting, what we have to do? Here we'll see one example. We have some compound like this. The first one, if you say in this carbon compound, we have 6 carbons altogether. In this one, if you take first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, how we are having the side chains that we have to count. If main chain is having same number of carbons, if you count from any side, then you have to check it should have more number of side chains. Okay. So first type of structure you observe here, how we have taken the carbons. Here we have total number of carbons 6. In that 6 carbons, I'll start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In these 6 carbons, if you observe, on second, third, fourth, fifth, we have side chains. Now if I don't want to take like this, I will try in another manner. This is a second manner I want to take. If I count like this one horizontal chain only, I wanted to take as a long chain. Then if I start counting from here or from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here what happened? Less number of branches are there. Second, third, fourth. Only 3 are having here this branches. side chains. But here in the before one, what happened? Second, third, fourth, fifth. 4 carbons are having the side chains. So that is why we will go for this first compound. What is the name we will see afterwards. First of all, we have to see the rules, how to identify the carbon chain. After that only we will go for the rules. Now, coming to the next one, least number rule. Least number rule means if you are having some substituents or some side chains, then what happens here? We have to see that smallest possible number should be given for the locant, means the carbon should be given less number which is having the side chain. Now here you see I am writing this compound name as 2-pentanol. Why we have written as 2-pentanol? Because we have started counting the number of carbons from here, 1, 2, 3 like that. But instead of that, what I will do, I will remove this 1, 2 here. I want to write in another manner. What I will do, I will start writing from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what happens here, it will become as a 4-pentanol. Smallest possible number whatever is there, that we have to write. So if you write 1, 2, if you start from this side 1, 2 like that, on second carbon we have this substituent. If you don't have any substituents, from wherever you write, no problem. It will give the same meaning, same structure. But when you are having a substituent, when you are having a side chain, then what you have to see, that locant, that carbon which is having the substituent should be given less number. So we are writing this blue colored numbers I have written here, that is the correct one. This process afterwards, whatever I have written, starting from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is wrong, where we are getting the compound name as 4-pentanol. Okay, so number should be given less for the carbon which is having substituent. Then lowest set of locant rules. Now before compound we have seen only one substituent is there. Then what happens if more number of substituent is there? From which side we have to count? Now here we have some compound which is containing total number of carbons 10. In this one, I am not saying about what is our substituent name. I just want to say if substituents are there. Substituents means there may be some functional groups or there may be some alkyl groups, whatever. So here third carbon is having some substituent, fourth carbon is having, ninth carbon is having. So altogether if you count this locants, least set of locants rules. So 3, 4, 9 we got. Now second one if you take 2, 7, 8. If you compare with 3, 4, 9, second set is having lowest number on the first point of difference. First point of difference we are getting less number. So that is why better we go for this type 2, 7, 8 series of locants. First one, before one we got 3, here we are getting only 2, so better we go for this one. Series of locants will be selecting in this manner, means we will start counting the number of carbons present on the main chain from here onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of counting from here 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So that is why this particular one is correct. Okay, then lowest sum rule. Now what we will do, if you are having many number of substituents present here, then what we have to do here, if you are having lowest set of locants rule or lowest sum rule, both of them will give the same result whenever the length of carbon chain is not very long. But when the length of the carbon chain is long, the two rules often give different results. Before one also we have seen 2, 7, 8, 3, 4, 9. So don't confuse with that. What we have to do here, set of locants only will be preferred compared with the lowest sum rule. Understood? If you are having same result, no problem. If you are having different results, better you go for lowest set of locants. Lowest set of locants rule before rule. Now lowest sum rule. What is this lowest sum rule? We have to see that all the locants, if you count, we should get the less sum. Now here we have 9 carbons in these compounds. Both the compounds are containing 9 carbons and both are having two alkyl groups as the substituents. So if I start counting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that, on second carbon and sixth carbon are having the substituents. So 2, 6, whenever you write some name here, 2, 6, something you are going to write 2 methyl, 6 ethyl, like that. So there if you add these two numbers, 2 and 6, you are getting 8. You are getting 8 if you add these two numbers. Now I don't want to write like that. I'll count carbons from the other side. What I have to do here? 4 number I have to give for this one, which is having ethyl as a substituent, and 8 I have to give for this one, which is having methyl as a substituent. So 4 plus 8, if you count, we are getting 12. The sum we are getting here 12. So we have to prefer the sum wherever we are getting less. So 2, 6 positions is correct here. 6 ethyl, 2 methyl nonane will be the name of this compound. Next, least possible number. Whenever you are writing some name of the compound, we are discussing from starting to ending based on the preference given. Like first we have taken longest chain rule, then we have gone for lowest set of rules, lowest sum rule, least possible number, like that we are coming now. So preference we have to give for the starting rule. Before one, whatever the rule is there, for that only we have to give more preference, like that. Now I wanted to write a compound name which is having methyl and also ethyl groups. Then what we will do here, for ethyl, because ethyl will come in the starting. Ethyl will come in the starting when you write in the alphabetical order, not based on number of carbons. Methyl will have only 1 carbon, ethyl will have 2 carbons, not based on that one. We have to check whether it will come in the alphabetical order in the starting or next. So ethyl will come in the starting. So if you take here ethyl groups, we have here totally 3. Totally 3 ethyl substituents are present here, and only 1 methyl group is there. So whenever you are writing the name here, we are writing 3, 3, 6 triethyl, 7 methyl decane, but not, already we have written, see children, we have already written the numbers, that part is completed. Now after giving the numbers, how to write the name, only that part we are seeing here. We have written already that numbers and all we have completed in longest chain rule, least sum rule, least set of locant rule, all that we have completed. Now what we are doing, we are writing the names. So when we are writing the names, we have to see that least possible number should be there for the locant which is containing the carbon, the carbon chain or the carbon side chain alkyl group, which is containing which will come in the alphabetical order in the starting. So triethyl we have to write at the starting, followed by methyl. Don't see this tri word, children. Tri is written because here 3 are there. So don't see this one. You see only ethyl. Ethyl and methyl, if you write, ethyl will come in the starting. After that only followed by methyl. Then it will be followed by propyl. If you are having butyl, butyl will come before ethyl, like that. You don't see this tri word or bi, tetra, these words you don't see, because it is based on how many times it is repeated. So 336 triethyl 7 methyl decane will be the correct answer. We will see some more examples also, you will get a clarity on this. Then writing the names of the prefixes. When we will write the name of the substituents, when we will write the functional groups as the prefixes, when it is given least priority. When it is given least priority. We have seen already 11 number rule system in the previous videos. We have seen that, we have discussed that. So substituent name will be written as a prefix. When you will take this as prefix, when it is given least priority. If you are having two functional groups, one will be given more priority, another will be given less priority. That least priority one will be taken as a substituent. So here, if you see this substituent, we have here methyl group. Then why we are not taking OH as a substituent? We are taking this as a functional group. This is a main group. Alcohol group, alkyl group, if you compare, alcohol is given more priority. So it should be written in the form of suffix but not prefix. So here we are going to write the name of this compound. Total number of carbons here 6. 6 carbons are there. That's why hex name is written. Then here we have a double bond between third and fourth carbons. So that is why we have written here 3-ene. Then second carbon is having OH group, so 2-ol. Hex 3-ene 2-ol. Again it is having some substituent, that is written as a prefix. So 5-methyl hex 3-ene 2-ol, like that. Okay. Then if you are having side chains, as we have seen earlier, side chains are so many different side chains are there. Alphabetical order we have to follow. Alphabetical order we have to follow. We don't write 2,3-dimethyl 4-ethyl. Instead of that, we are going to write 4-ethyl 2,3-dimethyl. Here also we have di word. Don't see this di word. You see methyl word only. You see methyl. Methyl and ethyl, which will come first? Yes, ethyl. So 4-ethyl 2,3-dimethyl. Why we have written heptane here? Because here 7 carbons are there. Root word, it is based on the number of carbons present in the main chain. So 7 carbons are there, heptane, and second and third are having methyl groups, that is why 2,3-dimethyl. Then fourth carbon is having ethyl, so that is why 4-ethyl. While writing, you don't write 2,3-dimethyl 4-ethyl. Instead of that, we will write 4-ethyl 2,3-dimethyl heptane. Then if same side chain is repeated, what we have to do? We just write di, tri, tetra, like that. If 2 are there, di. If 3 are there, tri. 4 are there, tetra, like that. So here we have the first compound. If you see, we have here total number of carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbons are there here. We have to give the numbering from here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this, we have here second carbon and third carbon are having methyl groups. So that is why we can write the name of this compound as 2,3-dimethyl pentane. 2,3-dimethyl pentane. Then coming to the next compound, here just one small thing here, it is not bi children, it is di. Then 6 carbons are there. In this 6 carbons, second carbon is having methyl group, fourth carbon also is having methyl group. So what we will do? 2,4-dimethyl we will write. Then third carbon is having 3 ethyl group, 2 carbons are there. So 3-ethyl 2,4-dimethyl hexane. 3-ethyl we have written here first. We have written 3-ethyl because here ethyl will come in the alphabetical order first, no. So that we have already discussed in the previous one. 3-ethyl 2,4-dimethyl hexane. That will become the correct name for this compound. Then branched chain in side chain. Again you are having some branches. Again in side chain also some more branches are there. What we have to do? What we have to do is, we have to identify that as a substituted alkyl group. Substituted alkyl group. Like that we have to identify. Now you just observe here. Actually if you see horizontal chain, whatever is given, that will give us 8 carbons. 1, 2, 3 here. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's why we did not select according to the first rule, longest chain rule. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, like that we have taken. Like this we have taken. Now what about this? This is identified as the side chain which is having the branches. So on 5th carbon we have some branch. That compound that branch, that particular branch is having 3 carbons. On these 3 carbons, first and second carbons are having carbons. Again branches, methyl groups are there. So what we have done, 5 on 5th carbon. What is that substituted alkyl group here? Propyl group. On that propyl group, again 2 methyl groups are there, 1,2 dimethyl we have written. So again we have on second carbon also one more branch is there, here, one more side chain is there, CH3, that is methyl. So that's why what we have done here, 5, 1,2 dimethyl propyl, 2 methyl nonane. This is the correct name for this compound. Whenever you are having some branches, that branch again it is having some side chains, then you have to identify that as a substituted alkyl group. Then based on that we can write the name. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. Again we are going to discuss some more compounds, organic compounds, their nomenclature.